नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavatyuttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai Samaveta Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki jai Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna devotees.
Can Arunita read first? She have to go.
Okay. Welcome to Srimad Bhagavatam for all session. Let's recite Bhagavad Gita verse. Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is. Chapter 9. Text 23. Okay, go ahead Arunita, and anyone else who needs to go first, you can please raise your hand.
Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante satyan pataha tepem man eva kaunteya yajanti avati purvakam translation. Thus, those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me. Listen, Kunti, but they do so in their own way.
Yeah. Shamal Gopika Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Lokesh.
Yepi anya devata bhakta yajanta shraddhaya vrita tepi mam eva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. But those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in the wrong way.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Anyone else need to go first? So we'll go in order now. Achitra
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Gurudev.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Go ahead, Mataji.
तेऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ति श्रद्धयान्वितः तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यजन्ति हविधिपूर्वकम्. In translation, Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me, only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Krishna Mataji. Yes, Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranams. All praise to Srila Prabhupada. All praise to the assembled devotees.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Epi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mam eva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Thank you.
Thank you. Achinta Dev Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to the assembled devotees.
Please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji, please repeat. Yepyanya devata bhakta
Yepyanya devata bhakta
yajante shraddhayanvitaah
yajante shraddha yanvitaha
tepi mameva kaunteya
tepi mame eva kaunteya
yajantya vidhi purvakam.
yajantya vidhi purvakam.
Yes.
Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me only, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Aditi Lata Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances, Mataji. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mam eva kaunteya yajanti avidhi purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Inba Inya, Jai Shri Mataji and Jai Ganesh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yepi anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajantya vidhi purvakam. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yes, thank you. Inya.
Mataji shall read after Mataji and Prabhuji.
Acha, she's not ready. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
She's here. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Ye'pyanya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayanvita tepi mameva kaunteya yajantya vidhi purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me only, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yes. Jai Shri Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji, Jai Shri Prabhupada.
येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ते विधिपूर्वकम्. Translation of Rosh Hashanah. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Jayesh is not available.
Okay. Isha, Krishna, Shish, Madhava, Rasapriya.
येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and worship them with faith actually worship only me, also of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Anyone else is here? No? Okay. So Medha, actually, Alpesh Prabhu, can you recite?
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. ये प्य अन्य देवता भक्ता यज्ञन्ते श्रद्धयावन्ता तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यज्ञन्ते अविधपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Medha,
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यवधिपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in the wrong way.
Yes, thank you. I actually forgot Lokesh. Lokesh, Shamal Gopika Mataji, you're going to recite? Okay, you're not ready.
Hare Krishna Mataji, sorry Mataji.
No problem. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my obeisances.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji, Krishna Bhagavad Maharaj.
Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yes, Prabhuji.
Ye api anya devata bhakta yajante shraddhayan vitaha te api mam eva kaunteya yajante avidhi purvakam. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam, Jai Srila Prabhupada, Jai Guru Maharaj.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Thank you, Mataji. Hare
Thank you.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Priyanka Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please
Yes,
accept my
Mataji.
humble obeisances. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Please accept my humble obeisances.
Yepi अन्यदेवता भक्ता यन्ते श्रद्धयान्वितः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship me only, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yes, thank you. Saujanya Mataji is here. Pragya and Saujanya Mataji are here. No. Suvarnangi Mataji, Suhrat Spurti and Shiv Kumar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्वितः तेऽपि माम् एव कौन्तेय यजन्ते अवधिपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of the other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yeah. Suvarnangi
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Dandavat Pranam, Saurva Srila Prabhupada.
Dandavat Pranam Mataji. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
येऽपि अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do not do so in a wrong way.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
1 minute. More.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Suhrid.
Vivitan 9.23. येऽप्य अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विता तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति अविधिपूर्वकम्. Translation: Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually only worship only me. O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yeah.
Mataji.
Okay, no problem. So did everyone recite? Did anyone not recite yet? Krishna, Shish, you're going to recite?
अन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विता तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्ति विधिपूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way.
Yeah. So anyone else? Did everyone recite? All right. I'll also recite Bhagavad Gita 9:23. येऽप्यन्यदेवता भक्ता यजन्ते श्रद्धयान्विताः तेऽपि मामेव कौन्तेय यजन्त्यविधिपूर्वकम्. Those who are devotees of other gods and who worship them with faith actually worship only me, O son of Kunti, but they do so in a wrong way. Now we'll read Srimad Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 8, Chapter 19. Lord Vamandev begs charity from Bali Maharaj. So we were reading what are the different arguments presented by Shukracharya to Bali Maharaj. Arguments presented against Bali Maharaj's giving charity. Why Bali Maharaj should not give in charity to Vamandev. So what did Shukracharya say? He said that this body, first of all, if you gave charity to Bali, then he's going to take everything away from you. He's going to cover all the 3 planets, and then you will not have anything left. You will lose your means of livelihood. And this type, learned scholars say that this type of charity should not be given. By giving such charity, if you are putting your livelihood in danger, then you should not give that type of charity. And then to support that, he makes he gives various examples. For example, he says that this body is compared to a tree, and what is the benefit of the tree? When you get the fruits and flowers, that is the benefit of the tree. So this body is compared to a tree, and the benefit of this body is you do some work with this body. It can be either karma, jnana, bhakti, whatever, and then you will derive the results which you will enjoy. Now, the Brahmavadis may say, or Mayavadis may say, Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. This world is false, so everything in this world is false. This body is also false. Why I have to take care of this body? Why I have to worry about livelihood? Let this body fall. I am eternal. I don't have to take care of this body. No, even though this body, let's say for argument's sake, even though this body is false, but if you don't have this body, how you will reap the results that you are expecting? You want liberation. For that you have to follow a particular procedure. To follow that procedure, you need a body. Therefore, even if you consider that this body is false, still you will need this body to get the results. That was one point. Then the other thing is, if you don't supply proper nourishment to this body, if you neglect this body, foolishly thinking that this body is false anyway, so I don't have to support it, then what is the result? If you don't provide, like if you don't have a livelihood and you're not able to maintain this body, soon it will fall away. Like a tree which is cut and its leaves and stems and everything dries up. So similarly, if you don't nourish this body, if you don't take care of this body, then this body will dry up. And if this body dries up, then you won't get the results which you want. So you must take care of your body. That means you should be concerned about your livelihood. You cannot just give in charity thinking that I don't need this livelihood. No, you need this livelihood. Now comes the real point that Shukracharya is concerned about. Shukracharya is saying when you give some charity and you chant Om, right? Remember, he also put an argument that if your promise, someone may say that you have already made a promise, how can you go back on your promise? That is sinful, isn't it? To go back on your promise. You make a promise and then you go back on that. That's not correct. So Shukracharya said the promise is truthful only if you chant Om. You have not chanted Om yet. If you chant Om and then you make a promise, then you have to keep it. It's truthful. But if you have not chanted Om, you don't have to keep such a promise. So in that regard, further now in text 41, Shukracharya is saying, the utterance of the word Om signifies separation from one's monetary assets. So in other words, by uttering the word Om, one becomes free from attachment to money because his money is taken away. Same point. When you say Om, your words become truthful. Now, if Bali Maharaj has promised 3 steps of land and he has chanted Om, that means what? Those 3 steps of land don't belong to me anymore. It fixes that deal, right? That becomes truthful. So what will happen? You are convinced that it is not mine, so you lose all attachment to that when you chant Om. So utterance of Om signifies separation of monetary assets, and on a higher level you understand when you chant Om, you actually become detached from the money which you are giving in charity. But the problem is, Shukracharya is saying, it's not very nice to be without money. Because with money, you can actually get sense gratification. But if you give it to somebody else, then that money is gone. So the opportunity which you have for sense gratification, you've lost that opportunity. So then for that, so therefore, especially when you're giving to some beggars or some poverty stricken people, you give some money, what is the benefit of that? That person is taking away your money. That means you're not able to enjoy that money yourself, right? You worked hard for that money and you've given it to someone else, and you're not able to enjoy that money. And also, is there any spiritual benefit by giving to a beggar? There's no spiritual benefit. There is no spiritual benefit. So we discussed that elaborately yesterday on that point about giving charity to poor and all that. So for further, if you have further questions, you can just refer to that class, yesterday's class. Now we'll go to the next verse. What is Shukracharya saying? Athaitat purnam abhyatmam yaccha netyanritam vachaha sarvam netyanritam bruyat sadushkirtihi shvasanmritaha. Arunita.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Therefore, the safe course is to say no. Although it is a falsehood, it protects one completely. It draws the compassion of others towards oneself, and it gives one full facility to collect money from others for oneself. Nonetheless, if one always pleads that he has nothing, he is condemned, for he is a dead body while living, or while still breathing, he should be killed.
So Shukracharya is still, making his point. He's saying, earlier also he had said, when beggars ask, you should not give everything that you have in charity. You should tell them, I have given everything that I have, right? I have given whatever I have given you. I don't have anything else left to give you. Like that you should say. You should not give everything you have in charity to the beggars. Why? As we discussed, because you lose all the money, then and also there's no spiritual benefit in that. So why you should give like that? So here, after all those arguments, Shukracharya is saying, so the safest course of action is simply say no. No, I cannot give, right? So it is falsehood to say that you have money, but you're saying, no, I don't have. It is falsehood. But still, it protects one completely. You're telling a lie, but still it protects you. How? It draws the compassion of others toward oneself. I don't have anything to give you. So, oh, he doesn't have anything. So it draws others' compassion when you say, no, I don't have. And it gives one full facility to collect money from others for oneself. And when you say, I don't have, first of all, you don't have to give anything because they'll feel sorry for you. And also, when you say you don't have, maybe you get something. Instead of you having to give, maybe you'll only get something from others. You get full facility to collect money from others. Therefore, you should not give. When beggars ask, you just say, no, I don't have. So after saying this point, he's saying, nonetheless, yes, this is true that when you say, I don't have anything, you protect yourself, and also you get the compassion of the others, and also you get an opportunity to collect from others when you say, I don't have. But at the same time, as somebody who's always pleading that I don't have anything, I'm like this. Somebody is saying like that all the time, such a person is condemned. Such a person is condemned. In that, the other day, Mataji had shared Tukaram's movie, right? In that also, same thing Tukaramji says. The profession of begging is condemned. You should never take to the profession of begging, he says, like that. So similarly, here also, someone who's always saying, no, I don't have anything, such a person is condemned. Why? He's as good as a dead body, even though he's living and he's breathing. What is the value of his life? He's as good as a dead body. Or even though he's breathing, he just deserves to be killed. Remember, you should hear this and understand this in context. Who is speaking here? Shukracharya is speaking. Okay? Yes, Usha Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Sorry Mataji to interrupt. I missed a couple of classes. Can you just explain to me, like in 2 sentences, why he's saying that there is no spiritual benefit when we give charity or money to the beggar?
Yesterday's class, we had a long discussion on that, Mataji. You can please refer to that. But in one line, basically, there is spiritual benefit comes when you are, so there are different levels, right? There is bodily platform, there is soul platform, and there's devotee platform. So someone who's on bodily platform, it may be okay to give charity, but you cannot compare that with someone who's on soul platform and on devotee platform. In short, that's what it is. That means somebody who's too attached. It's a relative term. To say that you can give in charity, it's a relative term. When it becomes dharma and when it is of no use, it's a relative term. Somebody who's very much attached, he doesn't want to give. This is my money. I want to enjoy it. For such a person, and what to speak of spiritual life? He has no spiritual life. He's not directly engaging. He's not interested in any sort of spiritual life. He's all about sense gratification. For such a person, you should give charity, because you should learn to part with the fruit of your, because ultimately everyone has to make some spiritual advancement. For those who are on the lowest level, at least you should part with your results. But can you compare that to somebody who's actually offering to the Lord, or who's actually rendering devotional service? No comparison. So relatively, compared to jnana or bhakti paths, this pious activity of giving charity to the poor, it has no value. It has no value. And by the way, spiritual benefit, it is said, what spiritual benefit you get by giving charity to the poor? You will get punya karma. That means you will get a better life in your next life. You will get a better material position. Maybe you will be born in a wealthy family, or maybe you'll go to heaven or something. You'll get more enjoyment in the material world. But simply by feeding the poor and giving charity to the beggars, you're not going to get liberation from this material existence. That's the point. Okay. So, purport Inia.
Beggars always present themselves as possessing nothing, and this may be very good for them because in this way they are assured of not losing their money and of always drawing the attention and compassion of others for the sake of collection. But this is also condemned. If one purposely continues his professional begging, he is supposed to be dead while breathing, or according to another interpretation, such a man of falsity should be killed while still breathing. The Vedic injunction in this regard is as follows: Athai tat purnam abhyatmam yanneti sayat sarvam neti bruyat papikasya kirti jayate sainam tatraiva hanyat. If one continually poses himself as possessing nothing and collects money by begging, he should be killed. Sainam tatraiva hanyat.
Yeah. So, remember earlier Vamandev said, because Brahmanas, how do they survive? They take charity. But if a Brahmana takes more than what he absolutely requires for his basic sustenance, if he takes more than that, what will happen? Anyone remembers? What will happen if a Brahmana takes more in charity than what he needs?
His powers will go away.
His Brahmanical power, he'll lose that Brahmanical power. His purity will be gone. So what is the use of getting some? It's like getting some insignificant things and losing the most valuable thing that he has. So in the same way, when you beg, you're actually losing your, your weight. Begging is only allowed for Brahmanas and for those in the renounced order. Brahmanas can beg and those in the renounced, because they don't have any means of livelihood. They don't work to earn their livelihood. Even their work, what type of work they do? Pathan, Pathan, Yajan, Dana, Pratigraha. These are the activities of a Brahmana. He is not working and earning his livelihood outside. If he is doing that, then he should not ask for any charity. But Brahmanas, actually, they don't work so they don't charge any fees. Rather, they're maintained by the society. Like children are maintained by the parents, like that Brahmanas, Brahmacharis, Vanaprasthas and Sannyasis are maintained by the remaining Varnas and Ashrams. Ashram is the Grihastha. In Grihastha, you have the other Varnas, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. They maintain them by giving charity. But even there, a Brahmana and even those in renounced order of life, they only take as much as they need. They don't collect more, because when you do that, you actually lose your Brahmanical power. So similarly, here also it is said that somebody who is always begging, right? So Shukracharya said, you can say, no, I don't have anything. And and you're in that way, you are, please give me something. In that way, you're always collecting from others, drawing their compassion. You may have, but you hide it and you say, no, I don't have anything. Somebody who's always begging like this actually is condemned. And it is said in the Shastra that such a person is as good as dead, even though he's living. And the same statement is interpreted in different way, that he should be killed even when he's breathing. What is the use of such a life? Somebody who's always begging. Go and work and earn your livelihood instead of begging. Why? You're begging for what? For sense gratification. That's not correct. That's not correct. Okay. Yes, Aditi Lata Mataji.
Mataji, I just want to share, there is a Kabirdas Doha. मांगन मरण समान है, मत मांगो कोई भीख, मांगने से मरना भला, यही सदगुरु की सीख.
Okay. Sadguru, which Sadguru, Mataji?
I don't know. Kabir Das, he used to write dohas, right?
This is Kabir's Doha.
Kabir's doha, yeah.
Acha, okay. I don't remember that. I know some of Kabir's Dohe, but I don't remember this one. Okay. Thank you. All right. So next verse. Jai Shri Mataji or Jai Ganesh Prabhu. स्त्रीषु नर्मविवाहे च वृत्त्यर्थे प्राणसङ्कटे गोब्राह्मणार्थे हिंसायां नानृतं स्याज्जुगुप्सितम्.
In flattering a woman to bring her under control, in joking, in a marriage ceremony, in earning one's livelihood, when one's life is in danger, in protecting cows and in Brahmanical culture, or in protecting a person from an enemy's hand, falsity is never condemned.
Purport, one line.
Thus, the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 8th canto, 19th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Lord Vamanadeva begs charity from Bali Maharaja.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mataji.
So finally, Shukracharya is saying, so you're worried that you promised and you're going back on your promise, so you'll get a sinful reaction. No. There are certain circumstances in which it is allowed to lie. It's okay. If you lie, it's okay. Certain circumstances. What are they? When flattering a woman to bring her under one's control, then you can lie. Like, oh, you are so wonderful, you are so beautiful, and you are this and that. Flatter a woman to bring her under control, then you can lie. That means she may be very ugly, but still you say you're so beautiful. That's okay, Shukracharya is saying. And in joking, of course, just to have fun, in joking, you can lie. In a marriage ceremony, right? When you have to get your daughter married, and otherwise, they're asking so much wealth or whatever, they want to know that you have so much property, and you may lie that I have this and that. Just your idea is, let this girl get married. If I don't show all this, then they will not accept her. What will happen? So let her first get married. So in a marriage ceremony, it's okay to lie. In earning one's livelihood, right? So you go for a job and then you tell some lies. That's also okay in earning, or not even that actually. The shopkeepers, right? They say, for you, I'm not taking any. I'm not making any profit from you. You are my friend. But if he does that to and he says that to every customer who comes, he says, I am not making any profit. How he will live if he's not making any profit? But still he's lying, isn't it? That type of lie is allowed for a shopkeeper. It is allowed. And when one's life is in danger, yeah. So if somebody is coming to kill, and to save that person's life, you say, no, he's not here. That type of lie is also allowed. In protecting cows and Brahminical culture, same thing. Protecting somebody's life, or one's own life also. To save one's life, you lie. Or in protecting cows and Brahminical culture, you can lie. Or in protecting a person from an enemy's hand. That's what I said, right? Protecting a person from enemy's hand, protecting one's own life, protecting cows or Brahminical culture. Under these circumstances, telling a lie is allowed, it is not condemned. So this is what Shukracharya said. So Srila Prabhupada
Mataji,
now.
if this was right, then Vasudeva would not have given the babies to Kamsa.
Again, Mataji, always remember there are various degrees, various levels. There is bodily platform, there is soul platform, and there's devotee platform. The devotees, Nitya Siddha devotees of the Lord, you will never see that they are lying for no. Only when Krishna is telling them to lie, that's a whole different thing. Like when Krishna told, Yudhishthir Maharaj to lie, or Bhimsen to lie, he didn't even think once. Bhimsen, he just said, Ashwatthama is dead. He just went and said, why? Because Krishna said. But on their own account, you will. Bhimsen didn't say, Bhimsen said. Yudhishthir Maharaj hesitated, but Bhimsen said. So, but on their own account, you will see, they never tell lies. They don't tell lies. Like, even jokingly they don't tell lies for any. So you are giving the example of Vasudev, the father of Lord Krishna. He's a
Yes.
pure devotee, eternal associate.
Yeah.
But ordinary dealings in this world, it is allowed, because see, we should live even in ordinary dealings, we should live according to dharma, because dharmena hina pashuhi samana. If we live without dharma, then we are as good as animals. So a civilized society means they must be following dharma. Dharma means, dharma is, again, dharma means what? The law given by the government. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Dharma means that which is given by the Supreme Lord. That is dharma. So you'll find dharma in the Vedas. You will find dharma given by, like Manusmriti, like that. This is dharma for mankind. So even in ordinary dealings, we should follow dharma. If we don't follow dharma, we are not even human beings, we are animals. So even for ordinary people means who are conditioned and who are, majority of the people are those only in this world, isn't it? Who are in the clutches of the modes. So for them also, in ordinary dealings, some lenience is given. Yes, actually, you should not tell lie, but under certain circumstances, it's okay to lie. But those who are, why would they lie under those circumstances? Think about it. When you want someone to get married, you want, obviously, because you're on the bodily platform, you want to save your wealth, you want to save your life, right? But that's where my consciousness is stuck. I am not able to think beyond that. But somebody who has transcended the bodily platform, he doesn't worry. He doesn't worry. So therefore, those who are advanced, they don't lie for no reason, unnecessarily to protect their bodies or something. They don't lie. Although that, what do you say? You have that facility. It's okay to lie under these circumstances. It is said. It's just like, sometimes you're given some, some incentive, but you say, I don't need it, right? Like we give free if you do this. You say, no, I don't need it, like that. So it is okay to lie, but pure devotees, they don't use it. They don't need it, like that.
Yes, Mataji. But then another point is, if someone lies one time, even if it is a devotee or non-devotee, then people also stop trusting them.
Correct.
Because,
That's also true.
it
Yeah,
is
very
not.
important point, Mataji. Very important point. Actually, it is said that this is said in Bhakti Sandarbha that actually, to do bhakti, one can come to Ananya Bhakti even from the platform of not doing dharma, right? Even from adharma, like, see, you're offering everything to the Lord. Okay. So those who are devotees, what is the goal? We want to bring everyone to the platform of connecting with the Supreme. How do they connect? Now I have this body and I do karma with this body. How can I connect with the Lord? With what I have now, through that I should be able to connect. I don't have faith to do pure devotional service yet, but I have faith in karma and I'm doing karma. All right, you offer your karma to the Lord, it is said. So karma means what? Karma means dharma. You should be doing activities which are prescribed in the scriptures. Now, what about those who are not doing activities prescribed in the scriptures, like all the professions that we do nowadays in the society? They will not be. Where in the scriptures do you find, working in a factory as a particular dharma? That's not there. But nevertheless, we are engaged in these activities for our livelihood. Then what? So we have to stop this activity and then we have to do dharma and then we have to offer it to the Lord. Ideally, yes. But immediately I'm not able to give up. It's like I'm chained from all sides. I don't have any. I would like to go there, but right now I'm stuck. I'm in a helpless condition. So, under those circumstances, it is said you can offer that work also. Even that which is not dharma, that can also be offered to the Lord. And you're feeling with great regret that, my Lord, please help me. I don't have anything else. This is all I have. But I would like to do only dharma like that. That is the mood. But willingly even when someone, if he is a devotee, even if he has a facility, will he willingly continue doing adharma or activities which are against dharma? No, he won't do. Why? Because dharma is also coming from the Lord. Ultimately, the goal is to please the Lord. You want to please the Lord. A devotee means a devotee wants to please the Lord. Why he will do activities which are not dharma? And as Aditi Lata Mataji pointed it out, so you will always see a devotee means he very strictly follows dharma. Not because he feels I need to do this. He does this for two reasons. One reason is he's not expecting any result because generally if you are truthful, then you get some pious credits, and with that you want to go to heaven. Is that why a devotee is following? Is that the reason why he is doing? No, he follows dharma very importantly to set example in the society, that a devotee is, they don't act frivolously, they don't act irresponsibly. Majority of the people in the world are not taking to pure devotional service. Even we are actually not taking to pure devotional service. We are trying, we are aspiring to be pure devotees, isn't it? So if we are, unless somebody is completely in pure devotional service platform, he cannot give up these dharmas. You must follow dharma, because if you don't, then you become responsible for those reactions. But even if someone is already in pure devotional service platform, that person also will not. He will not break dharma purposely, because he knows everyone is watching me. I must set the right example for the people. They are not on the platform of pure devotional service. And if I act like this, they will lose faith in pure devotional service. They'll think, what is this? Being a pure devotee, you'll do these things. He does not have to follow, but these people won't understand. So just so that he won't disturb them, he will still follow the rules and regulations. So that was a very good point. Thank you, Mataji. Kalpesh Prabhu.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. Just I wanted to add, like, I don't have much knowledge, but I was just thinking through common sense. Regarding the Mataji pointed out that Vasudev gave the child to Kansa, right? And I know from the Sri Krishna serial, and I know the previous episode where before giving the child, he also promised when the Akashvani came. So he was a surrendered devotee. Vasudev was a surrendered devotee. And because of that promise only, Kansa allowed him to leave. Otherwise, he was going to kill immediately the Vasudev. So, and because he is a surrendered devotee, he knows that whatever Lord spoke, that he will come, he will do the divine leelas. So he was very confident enough that irrespective of whatever the evil's mentality will be, it will be still fulfilled, because nobody is greater than Lord. That is the mentality and consciousness of a pure devotee and a surrendered devotee. And they will know that in every situation, Krishna will come and do whatever was said. Nobody can change that. Even the Kansa mindset is to kill, but it won't change, So that is one point. And another thing is regarding the lying, right? I think so. In the devotional life, we can lie if we can, if it's a beneficial to other. Like there is a degree of truth. Like there is a truth and there is a higher truth, of course. When we see in the situation. So if it is beneficial for a devotional life, we should lie, no problem, because it is like, where the person maturity is, like a person who is lying, if he thinks it's beneficial for his devotional life, uh, meaning like mother always, like a small child is there, right? The small child does not have a maturity. You say you drink the milk, otherwise police will come and catch you,
Right.
Actually it is a lying. If you literally take it, it is a lying, right? But
Yeah.
the idea is to make the nourishment by going that milk into the body and building the body, right? So mother intent is also looked into that, right? Like, okay, what the intent is here, to make the kid drink, because kid does not know, right, what is right and what is wrong in that sense. So that is beneficial, even though the words which are spoken is lie, but the intention is right, right? So the consciousness always comes into the factor, like, when we are in that. That was my like limited way of looking things, you know.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for your points, Prabhuji. I'll answer the second one first. Answer means I will give you my thoughts on that and how to look at this point from scripture's point of view. So yes, the example that you gave of the mother, it's correct. So what is, again, when you say beneficial, what type of benefit are we talking? Benefit can be again on material platform, benefit can be on the spiritual platform, and benefit can be on devotional platform. So again, spiritual platform would be higher than material, and devotional would be still higher than spiritual. So it's a relative term, right? So for a higher purpose, for a higher benefit, if you are sacrificing a lower principle, it's okay. But even to do that, we should have that type of maturity. And you already made that point. It's not that everyone takes it into his own hands and will start using this left and right, right? Oh, it's okay. Because then people will start justifying. And sometimes when we get into that habit of it's okay to lie to benefit the other person, if we are not mature enough, then you can even, kind of the philosophy also, right? You can say some things because I'm trying to make this person devotee, so I'll say some things which are not actually exactly given in the scripture. So like that, without our knowledge, we can go far away. So the safe side, especially when we are not mature in devotional life. Mature means how to gauge whether we are mature or not. Even our someone on the level of our gurus, they are always, when it comes to quoting from scriptures, they make sure they say the same thing, not going this way and that way. So having that chastity is very important. But at the same time, I'll give you one example. Once my spiritual master was in a gas station filling his he was going in a van. He was driving the van, and he stopped at a gas station to take gas. And uh, he so devotees, they give prasadam to people, isn't it? Because that will actually begin his devotional life. But people in general, they become very, and obviously he's a sannyasi, dressed as a sannyasi. What is this? This is a some cult or something. We don't want to eat their food like that. It can be. So he wanted to give him this. So he said, today is my birthday and my mother made this. And immediately that person's, he drew that person's sentiment. Oh, it's your birthday. And he's sharing his, prasadam cake or something. This is my birthday and my mother made this, and he's giving this prasadam. Of course, this is, as you said, for the benefit of the other person. What type of benefit? Topmost benefit, devotional benefit, and coming from a pure devotee. But if he had said, this is prasadam offered to Krishna, that person would have said, no, thank you. Right? But somehow or other, he wanted to give it. And then Maharaj said, it was not his birthday, but then he was thinking, well, what is the birthday for a spirit soul? We are all spirit souls. Do we have any birthday? Every day is a birthday. Right? So he said, in that sense, I was not wrong. And also, my mother made it. It was from the temple. Some devotee, some Mataji made it in the temple, offered to Krishna. So everyone is my mother. So the devotee who made it is also my mother. In that consciousness, he offered it. So as like that, right? Really genuinely being concerned about the other person's devotional advancement, you're doing something, yes, that is accepted. But philosophically, when we are speaking and we start saying things, so yes, it has to be done very carefully, even when it is done with maturity. Or to be on the safe side, just say, the truth. And where you are not able to say, stay silent. But if you are really mature and you Krishna gives you that type of intelligence where you're actually able to help the other person come closer by your saying that, if that person is actually coming closer to Krishna, then yes, like that. So we have to do it. So thank you for that point. And another point that you said about Vasudev, right? The reason that he went to Kamsa and offered, first of all, why did Kamsa even believe Vasudev? Because Vasudev was known for his integrity. He had that personality. He would never lie, just like Yudhishthir Maharaj. Yudhishthir Maharaj, why Dronacharya accepted when when he heard Yudhishthir Maharaj say that Ashwatthama is dead, when Bhimsen said Ashwatthama is dead, Dronacharya didn't accept it. But when he heard from Yudhishthir Maharaj very said softly, he said Ashwatthama the elephant is killed. But elephant part was not heard. But when Dronacharya heard Yudhishthir Maharaj said, that means Ashwatthama is dead. Why? Because Yudhishthir Maharaj had that name, that that reputation, that he would never ever lie. Similarly, Vasudeva also had that type of reputation. Therefore, when Vasudeva made a promise, immediately Kamsa accepted. Now, your point is why Vasudeva even made that promise? Because he was sure that Krishna will come and he will kill Kamsa. He wanted to be an instrument of Krishna. So Krishna is going to come, and for Krishna to come, and also as a husband, actually, it's the duty of the husband to protect his wife. This is what is written in Krishna book. Vasudeva was thinking, let me protect my wife first. Whether the kids will come or no, we don't know. When it will happen, if it will happen, that is not there. But the problem in front of me right now is my wife's life is in danger. I need to save her life. So he even risked the lives of his future children in order to save the present situation. निश्चित को छोड़ के अनिश्चित के पीछे नहीं जाना चाहिए, it is said. So Nishchit is what? His wife is right in front of him. Anishchit, whether he will have kids or not, we don't know when they will come. So to save the present situation, he promised, okay, I'll give you the kids. But nevertheless, he's a truthful person because he promised, and of course, he's a devotee, right? So he was truthful, and that was known to Kamsa. So the reason why he promised that is because he had to save Devaki, and that was his duty as a husband to protect his wife. That's the reason why he made that promise. And also, that point is also there. As the Akashvani said, that eighth son is going to be the killer of Kamsa, then I don't have to worry about protecting that child anyway. The child will protect himself, right? I don't need to protect the child. I'm promising. But if that person is actually going to be the killer of Kamsa, I don't need to protect him. He will protect himself. For now, let me protect my wife. That was what Vasudeva was thinking.
That is right.
Okay, thank you. Yeah. Aditi Lata Mataji.
Mataji, I want to give two examples of devotees do not lie, and
one second, Mataji. Yeah, go ahead, Mataji.
So devotees do not lie. In Bhagavad Gita, we see that Krishna says, "Kaunteya prati janehi."
Name bhakta pranashyate.
So, of course, there are other reasons also behind that, but one of them is if it comes from the devotee, just to impress on us, to make us understand that Krishna will make sure that he does it. He will definitely come to
Acha, like that you're saying.
Like for Narsimha Dev also, when Prahlad Maharaj said that yes, he's there. Remember in one discussion we heard in the class, then Narsimha Dev actually appeared in the pillar because he said yes, he is here.
Yes,
to prove
correct.
that point. So if
actually
we
three devotees had made that statement. So to make the words of three devotees true, Nrsimhadeva
Lord Brahma.
No, one is Prahlad, because he said, is the Lord in the pillar? He said, yes, he is there. So to make Prahlad's words true. Second is Indra said, not Narad Muni, Narad Muni. When Indra was taking Kayadu away to kill the baby after the baby is born, Narad Muni said, you cannot kill this baby. This is a Mahabhagavat. Nobody can kill this baby. So if Nishingadev didn't appear, then Hiranyakashipu was going to kill. But Narad Muni said, nobody can kill this baby. So to make Narad Muni's words true, Nishingadev appeared. And then the third person is Hiranyakashipu himself. Hiranyakashipu said, my God, I tried to kill him in so many ways and nobody, I couldn't kill him. So certainly he has some power that I'm not able to kill him. That means, and I have tortured him so much, and I tortured him so much, because of this, he will be the cause of my death. He will be the cause of my death. Who said this? Hiranyakashipu said. Who is Hiranyakashipu? Jaya, devotee. So like this, to make the word of these three devotees true, Nishingadev appeared. Yes, Mataji, go ahead.
Yes, Mataji. So that's my point. I mean, even Arjuna also cares also because to prove that because the devotee is saying, I will definitely fulfill. People will trust. That's why devotees never lie. That's my point.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, devotees don't lie. Otherwise, also they don't lie. There's no need for them to lie. Why they will lie?
Yeah.
Devotees, whatever they will do only for Krishna's pleasure. So if it pleases Krishna, then they will lie. Of course, they will lie. You will see in Vraj, in Vraj, in dealings with his friends, and they can lie. Why? If it pleases Krishna, they will lie. In this material world, what is the need for them to lie in this world? They don't. And besides, they come to set example also. So they don't lie in this world. Whatever they do only to please the Lord. And also, whenever they say something, the Lord makes it a point, right? Right? Go Arjuna, you make this announcement. You announce this. Declare this boldly, that my devotee never perishes. Why Arjuna should declare? Because when a devotee declares, Krishna makes his word true. He will make it happen. So similar, therefore, devotees, they won't lie. Then Krishna will have to make that lie also happen. So they don't lie. Okay, nice. So let's stop here. It's already 7:54. We have to read Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So we completed this chapter. Tomorrow we will start a new chapter. And Jai Ganesh Prabhu will begin reading tomorrow. Chapter 20 is Bali Maharaj surrenders the universe. Okay. So the previous chapter we saw all the arguments that Shukracharya gave forbidding Bali Maharaj from giving charity to Vamandev. So how Bali Maharaj actually gives the charity in spite of Shukracharya's arguments, that we will see in this coming chapter. Now let us read Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, text 32. Please repeat. Adharmam dharmam iti ya manyate tamasavrita sarvarthan viparitamscha buddhi sa partha tamasi. That understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness, and strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha, is in the mode of ignorance. So we are looking at understanding in goodness, understanding in passion, understanding in ignorance. We already saw what is understanding in goodness. Anyone remembers? What is understanding in goodness, in the mode of goodness? Nobody remembers? Yeah, Lokesh?
That Krishna is the Supreme Lord.
Mhm. Understanding in goodness, in the mode of goodness, means you know what is religion, what is irreligion. You know what is binding and what is liberating. You know what activity should be done, what activity should not be done. What should be feared, what should not be feared. you know clearly what is right and what is wrong. By that understanding, you know what should be done, what should not be done. That is understanding in the mode of goodness. Where do we get this type of understanding from?
The scriptures.
Scriptures. Yes, from the scriptures. So you get understanding in the mode of goodness from the scriptures. Second is understanding in the mode of passion. What is understanding in the mode of passion? So in the same line, the same situation, now you see in the mode of passion between right and wrong, religion and irreligion. Goodness knows exactly what is right, what is wrong. What is passion? Understanding in passion.
Sometimes understanding, sometimes not understanding.
No, he does not know. He's confused.
Oh yeah,
Passion means he doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. So he doesn't know what is right, what is wrong, what is religion, what is irreligion. He doesn't know. That is passion. Ignorance is even dangerous. What did we read just now? He will think irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion. You understand? This is the difference in understanding in goodness, passion, and ignorance. Understanding in goodness means he knows what is religion, what is irreligion, what is right, what is wrong. Passion means he does not know. He does not know. Is this right or is that right? Maybe this is right or maybe that is right. Like that. Confused. He doesn't know what is right, what is wrong. Ignorance means fanatic, but he takes the wrong to be right and the right to be wrong. This is ignorance. Okay. That is understanding and passion and ignorance. So now ignorance, that understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion, under the spell of illusion and darkness, and strives always in the wrong direction, right? He's just going in the opposite direction. He has to go to the temple and he's supposed to drive this way. He's thinking he's going to the temple, but he's driving in the opposite direction. That is in the ignorance. Okay, so he's always striving in the wrong direction, O Partha, and that type of understanding is in the mode of ignorance. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Intelligence in the mode of ignorance is always working the opposite of the way it should. It accepts religions which are not actually religions and rejects actual religion, right? When under the mode of ignorance, understanding under the mode of ignorance makes you accept those religions which are actually not religions and to reject the real religion. Men in ignorance understand a great soul to be a common man and accept a common man to be a great soul. Yes? Someone who's completely, under the, like Hiranyakashipu, for example, right? Intoxicated and everything, but they worship Hiranyakashipu. And they reject Lord Vishnu. This is in the mode of ignorance. They think truth to be untruth and accept untruth as truth. In all activities, they simply take the wrong path. Therefore, their intelligence is in the mode of ignorance. So this is understanding or intelligence in the mode of ignorance. Now we'll just quickly read a little bit of Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. Srila Prabhupada Leelamrita. I'll just continue. Working from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati's commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat, Bhaktivedanta Swami gave a 50-page synopsis of Lord Chaitanya's life and his Sankirtan movement. You remember what's going on? Srila Prabhupada is in Delhi and he started translating Srimad Bhagavatam first canto, and the introduction of Srimad Bhagavatam is the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, practically the whole life of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in a capsule. And where did Srila Prabhupada take that from? From Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat. From his Guru Maharaj. His Guru Maharaj has written, edited Srimad Bhagavatam also. He's using the commentaries given by his Guru Maharaj, and also, so that's in Bengali and Sanskrit, and also he's using the commentaries given by 12 Acharyas. And now in the introduction, Srila Prabhupada gives Lord Chaitanya, the life of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So He gave a 50-page synopsis of Lord Chaitanya's life and his Sankirtan movement. He described Lord Chaitanya's divine ecstasies, his philosophical confrontations with leading scholars of the day, and his inauguration of the Sankirtan movement, the congregational chanting of the holy name. Bhaktivedanta Swami especially connected Lord Chaitanya's life and teachings to what he saw as the present crucial time in history. This is the expertise of an acharya. He can actually present the timeless, Vedic or devotional philosophy in a relevant way in the present situation. So, Bhaktivedanta Swami especially connected Lord Chaitanya's life and teachings to what he saw as the present crucial time in history. Help for humanity in this momentous hour of need lay in the Vedic literature and especially in Srimad Bhagavatam. We know that the foreign invaders of India could break down some of the monumental architectural work in India, but they were unable to break up the perfect ideals of human civilization so far kept hidden within the Sanskrit language of Vedic wisdom. The Sanskrit language had protected the secret for thousands of centuries, but now the secret had to be released to the world. So I'll stop there. Thank you all so much for joining today. All of you have a wonderful day in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Today evening Chaitanya Charitamrita. If not, tomorrow morning Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna.
This chapter, like a pastime, if you see, it's just a pastime, but then truly every point, so much of deep meaning for our practical lives, Mataji, really.
Which chapter, Mataji?
I mean, all the chapters, Mataji, but I'm saying Vaman Dev's, like,
Yeah, yes.
yeah, like how in, I forget which canto, how Prahlad Maharaj glorified Narsingh Dev. In that also, he had such a deep meaning in every words, every verse. It's not just a normal, like it's not a story translation.
Yes,
through the pastimes he's teaching us. Yeah. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Yes,
Mataji, every time you have been, I just taught Mataji, like just mention in our group, like who has to start the class next, who has to start the reading, so I'll write their name. Is that okay? Like I just...
Yeah, if somebody takes that
I just
initiative,
thought
that will be helpful.
because 2 days back also when I heard you saying that really helps, I just came that just last in my mind, the small service I can take up. I just
sure,
thought,
Mataji, that will be very helpful. So tomorrow is Jai Ganesh Prabhu's turn. He starts.
So that's why I just mentioned there, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Mataji, but which text and all that you have in bookmark, right, Mataji?
Yeah, that I have. Text I have. Yeah. Just